Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's forecast. First forecast of the 2026. I actually was supposed to make this perhaps yesterday, but today I guess is a better day because models are coming to more of an agreement on how severe this day is going to be. This is going to be for Wednesday night into Thursday morning, about midday, and including afternoon and evening on Friday across Arkansas, Missouri, and eventually parts of Tennessee, Mississippi, far north Louisiana, and generally the west portion of the Ohio River Valley. But for now, we are going to be talking about Thursday on this system that's coming out. This is going to be the troublemaker for the next several days. Let's go and start this out here. As the system makes landfall in California, it is, like I said, pretty strong. Oh, that is a horrible L. It is going to be pretty strong, but it's going to get stronger, and it's that jet stream. Oops, sorry. And that jet stream is just going to increasingly get stronger as it ejects into the southern plains. And all ingredients are going to be there. This is going into Thursday night into the morning hours, or sorry, it's Wednesday night into the early Thursday morning hours, as this low level pressure system, or this upper level low, ejects into the southern plains. There's going to be a lot of showers and snow. There's going to be a bunch of snow up north, a bunch of showers and snow in New Mexico, Arizona, as this very powerful system ejects. Going into later into Thursday, this system is really going to set up in Oklahoma Panhandle and southwest Kansas. You can clearly see where that jet streak is, just right over Oklahoma and central Oklahoma City. And in these jet streaks, where the jet stream is the strongest, you can get some of that serious, more severe weather for sure. This is going to be probably at the max close to 100 knots, which is not good for that is not great for us here on the surface, but that is pretty good for storms up above us. Um, so that, like, it's not very great for us, like I said, and it's gonna set up likely here about here in Oklahoma Panhandle and western Kansas. That warm front is going to shift northward. Pretty much, actually, it may just be north of the Oklahoma Kansas border. That cold front's going to stretch to the north, and the dry line, which is going to be pretty concerning, sets up down here in the far eastern Texas Panhandle and western Oklahoma. We're keeping an eye on all of this, especially as this ejects into Friday and Saturday, or sorry, yeah, Thursday, Friday, and maybe even Saturday further out east. Just keeping a very, very close eye on this. Let's go ahead and actually look at the lower levels of the atmosphere. This is pretty much the low level jet we're looking at, essentially. This is real, real low in the atmosphere. Let's go ahead and close in right here. Sorry, it's going to take a moment to load because I have a whole bunch of stuff running right now. But as you can see, as the system approaches, you can really see the winds in the lower levels just start to crank. And a lot of this moisture is going to feed pretty much directly into these storms as well. Yeah, look at that lower, look at that low level winds in here. And it does look like going into, yeah, that is some very, very strong winds. And here's the main low right here in western Kansas. And this is actually a better look at the storm. Dry line's going to set up to the south. Cold front well to the north. This is pretty much a rough sketch of it. The warm front's going to settle pretty much right here almost. But yeah, this is a very powerful system. I can't get that through enough. Let's go and look at the dew points. Sorry, dew points with the wind barbs. Right now, today, Tuesday, January 6th, very, very dry. Right now, there's hardly any dew points. It's all been kind of huddled in eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, and the Dixie Alley area, including Texas. However, the next several days, right now we have a pretty cold north wind. However, this is going to change pretty quickly going into late Tuesday, very late Tuesday into the overnight and early Wednesday morning. There's going to be a southern wind picking up, and this is going to bring all this moisture northward into Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas, and this is going to help fuel the atmosphere for big time severe weather here. You can really see going into Thursday. Sorry, the low enters eastern Colorado, the upper level low, and you can already see the 60-degree dew points approaching the Red River with pretty good 50s, mid upper 50s entering Oklahoma City, and is going to continue throughout the day on Thursday. Into Thursday afternoon, those 60s arrive into Oklahoma City, northern Oklahoma, and as this upper level low settles in western Kansas. And here's another good look, like I said. This is going to be the dry line setting up pretty much out here. Cold front to the north. I'll try to get this as good as I can. Pretty much to the north here. And that's kind of a oof. That wasn't great. But, oops. Over time, we're going to see 50s and 60s, quite a few 60s actually. And then as this upper level low continues to move eastward, it's going to push all this moisture east into Arkansas, Missouri, later into Thursday and Friday. And that's going to be some pretty more severe weather out there, pretty much stronger severe weather. They're going to get most likely get the brunt of the severe weather out in Arkansas, Tennessee, northern Mississippi. But let's go ahead and go down to severe weather module. Let's go ahead and look at the mixed layer CAPE values. And going well into in the morning on Thursday, we start to see some 500 to 600, maybe up to 700 CAPE values along the Red River and up into Oklahoma City. And this is pretty low instability. There's some 800 joules per kilogram as well. But eventually, it is going to get kind of a bit stronger, actually. You can kind of see as those storms continue to progress and move east-northeast, the CAPE values do solidify a little bit more, and the instability kind of builds on throughout the day, Thursday. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on that for sure. And let's go ahead and put... Let's go and look at the significant tornado parameter here as well. Because as I was looking at these during my school hours as well, this is what kind of caught my eye as well going into Thursday afternoon. Around noon is when there's going to be it looks like a line of storms moving through. And you can clearly see the tornado parameter brings up 1, maybe up to 2 on the scale. So definitely going to have to keep an eye on this, because this has just popped up a few hours today. So the tornado parameter, definitely something to keep an eye on as well, because this is also showing an uptick in possible tornadic activity. Now let's go into reflectivity. And you can clearly see showers and both rain and snow showers developing in New Mexico as the system excuse me, as the system begins to arrive. It's going to push a lot of this Pacific moisture northeast as well, and there is going to be some developing showers. Now this can cool down the atmosphere and stabilizes it just a little bit, but a lot of this extra moisture from these storms in New Mexico and the Texas Panhandle, and even here in Oklahoma, can help ramp up these storms going into later Thursday. But continuing this advancement, some additional thunderstorms do kind of develop, likely on the warm front, may help a little bit with vorticity in getting those thunderstorms going. There should be no tornado threat up here in Kansas, though. If there is a tornado threat, it's going to develop in primarily central Oklahoma and maybe kind of in the up the I-35 corridor. But what we're watching for is this system, because the upper level low is up here in western Kansas, and the jet stream winds are picking up right here in Oklahoma. So this is going to be where that tornado activity could start. But right now, going into early Thursday morning, talking maybe 6, 7, 8 a.m., we're going to have some scattered or semi-discrete thunderstorms here, lightning, rain, a little bit of hail, a little bit of wind. I don't think the tornado threat's going to exist with this particular part of the event, but as some of this back end clears just a tad bit, a secondary wave, as you can clearly see here, is going to develop right over Oklahoma City. Now this, hang on, get better here. This secondary wave stretching from the Red River up to central Oklahoma and Oklahoma City, that is going to be concerning for damaging winds and the chance for a few brief spin-up tornadoes. And this is going to be during school hours. This is going to be around noon, maybe around 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. in Oklahoma City. And this is, like I said, this can be during school hours for all elementary, middle school / junior high, and high school. College students, all of the above, is going to have to watch this secondary wave. And then as the main piece of energy, as all of this continues eastward going into Thursday, we're going to have to watch for all modes as well. And you can see like that tornado threat could continue to persist from Oklahoma City up into northeastern Oklahoma, even Tulsa over there in northeastern Oklahoma. So this could be a somewhat long-lived, almost linear system going into central Oklahoma, even eastern Oklahoma. So it wouldn't surprise me if there will be 2 waves of severe weather if this holds. Now going into the Storm Prediction Center here, they have put down a level 1 marginal risk from northeastern Oklahoma down to western Texas. This includes Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Norman, and Fort Sill in Oklahoma, down to into Texas, Wichita Falls, Abilene, and Midland, Texas. And all modes, again, will be possible. This is a bit of an older forecast, so the tornado threat isn't here just yet. But like I said, the highest tornado threat's likely going to be from Fort Sill up to Tulsa, Oklahoma, in that general corridor. And that's going to continue to persist, likely northeast and east. So definitely watching for the tornado risk. And then here's the wind risk, 60, 65 miles per hour wind gust, and that's from both waves. And hail, quarter, maybe up to a ping pong ball size hail in there. So pretty smaller, on the smaller size of hail a little bit. But then going into, this is Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Let's go into Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoon. We have this level 1 marginal risk, pretty big actually, ranging from northeast Texas into eastern Oklahoma, which includes eastern Oklahoma City, Arkansas, all of Arkansas, northwestern Louisiana, southern Missouri, and southern Illinois. All modes possible, couple brief tornadoes, some hail and wind. I think wind and tornadoes will be the primary threat. And going into Friday, the main low continues to persist and will give us a possible slight risk of severe weather from central Louisiana up through central and northern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, and western Tennessee. And this does include just barely outside of Nashville, Jackson, and Memphis, Tennessee. This is going to be east of Little Rock, Arkansas, Greenville, Mississippi, Alexandria, Louisiana, and Jackson, Mississippi. All modes will be possible. Again, it looks more like a tornado and wind threat. So keeping a very close eye on all these days, and I will be making updated forecasts as the days go on. And I don't think I'll be able to go live at all on the first Wednesday night into Thursday morning event. However, for Thursday afternoon and Friday afternoon, I will certainly be able to watch those systems, possibly live if things get out of hand. So tune in case anything happens. Be weather aware and be safe.